privacy. Number 2, you always have to look just right. Number 3,
I'm your fiancé.
My fiancé! Yes, you are, and my wife in practice, if not yet by law, so you will honor me.
In 1997's mega hit Titanic, it turns out that Billy Zane came up with the idea for Cal to angrily flip the table in a fit of rage when he confronts Rose over spending her night out with Jack. There are a lot of people who believe that he did it impulsively to try and scare Kate Winslet, but that wasn't the case. In an interview with Vulture, Billy said that he worked with the director James Cameron on the moment very actively. He also informed everyone the table was going to be flipped, so Kate wouldn't get scared.
You will honor me the way a wife is required to honor a husband, because I will not be made out of fool, Rose. Is this in any way unclear?
No.
It's a monkey. It's a monkey. But monkey see, monkey do. It's an ape. Going ape.
It's a baby.
Big mouth. Mick Jagger is a baby.
Baby ape. Baby ape.
Stop with the apes.
In 1989's When Harry Met Sally, there's a scene where Jess and Harry try to make a lucky guess as to what Sally is drawing during a game of Pictionary, which is quite popular from the film. It turns out that this was entirely an unscripted moment. Director Rob Reiner even went on to say that he told Meg Ryan to do whatever the heck she wanted to do while drawing what is now known as baby talk. This liberty allowed her to create what is arguably the second most memorable moment from the movie.
That's it. Time's up.
baby talk.
Baby talk? What's that? That's not a saying.
Oh, but baby fishmouth is sweeping the nation. I hear them talking.
Prove it.
Prove what?
That you're Peter Parker.
I don't carry an ID with me, you know, it kind of defeats the whole anonymous superhero thing.
I was trying to see if you have the tingle thing.
I have the tingle thing, just not for Brent.
2021's Spider-Man No Way Home was a blockbuster hit in the cinemas, and all the actors had a lot of fun with their roles. In the now iconic moment when Andrew Garfield's version of Peter Parker shows up, Zendaya's character MJ throws a piece of bread at him to check if he has spidey senses. This moment was completely unscripted, and Zendaya asked the director John Watts if she could do this. He was fine with it, and the scene worked perfectly.
Crawl around.
Crawl around?
Yes.
No.
Yes, crawl around.
Why do I need to crawl around?
Because this is not enough.
This is plenty.
No, it's not.
How do I stick to the ceiling?
Do it.
Come with me. What? To meet the wizard.
I wouldn't want to impose.
It doesn't matter. Just come with me.
Why could it possibly? This is your moment. I'm coming.
Ariana Grande might be known for her voice, but in 2024's Wicked, her ad-libs were so impressive that they made it not only to the final cut of the movie, but also to the trailer. This moment is when her character Glinda tells Elphaba that she couldn't possibly join her in the Emerald City, but then joins anyway with an impulsive statement. It felt so natural that the director chose to leave it in.
Molly, you're in danger.
Hey, you can't just blurt it out like that. Molly, you in danger, girl.
90s Ghost gave the world a forever iconic line when Whoopi Goldberg whipped out, "Molly, you in danger, girl." It turns out that she had improvised it during an early reading of the script. It just went so well with the flow of the scene that the director Jerry Zucker and writer Bruce Joel Rubin couldn't help but include it in the script.
Where have you gone, Joe DiMaggio? I bet you didn't know. That was all written for the movie. It was a score, technically.
I didn't know that.
In 2006's The Holiday, there was a very popular cameo that everyone remembered from the film. It was none other than Dustin Hoffman. But the funny thing is that his cameo was completely unscripted. Yes, Nancy Meyers, who is the director and writer for the movie, knew that Hoffman was at a nearby restaurant, so she decided to call in a favor from him. It helped that Hoffman was her friend, and he agreed to do it on short notice.
Rains, it rains, and it's from heaven. You'll find your fortune falling. If you want to...
You did it! Congratulations! World's best cup of coffee.
In the movie Elf, Will Ferrell's character, Guy, Buddy walks through the streets of New York City for the first time. However, all of his peculiar moments were created on the spot and completely improv. There's a Netflix documentary called The Holiday Movies That Made Us, where the crew from the film explained that the people around Buddy are not actors, but actually just people who were walking the street during the shoot. This includes the man that Buddy thought was Santa Claus.
Those are real people, those aren't actors.
The guy in the red jogging suit. Santa! Santa! That guy was just there.
Could you just hold on for 1 second?
Oh, okay.
Sublime! I don't know. I'm gonna have to think about that.
Ryan Gosling is known for letting loose from time to time during film shoots. In 2023's Barbie, he plays Ken, who is a very important character, and he still chose to improvise a now popular line from the movie. When Barbie asks Ken if she can still be his casual girlfriend, the sublime that we hear from Ken was completely Gosling's idea. Margot Robbie even said that she was not expecting it when it happened, and this led her to start laughing night after.
What? You?
Hey, Auntie.
Michael B. Jordan made a huge name for himself playing Killmonger in 2018's Black Panther. In a scene where he challenges T'Challa to a battle, he takes a look at Ramonda and says, "Hey Auntie," to further cement his blood ties. This was completely Jordan's idea, and it added a lot of value to the scene, making it even more memorable.
I wouldn't, all right? Look at me. I'm homely and I'm awkward and I'm odd. And you'd be ashamed of me.
I love you, Joe.
In Little Women, there's a scene on the hill where Laurie repeatedly says, "I love you, Joe," during his conversation with her. He says it so much that it becomes hilarious at a point. But the real joke is that it wasn't even a part of Greta Gerwig's original script. Yes, the whole thing was improvised by Timothée Chalamet during filming, and Greta liked it so much that she kept it in the movie.
I know my son is gone. No one's ever really gone.
In 2017's Star Wars: The Last Jedi, there's a moment when Luke kisses Leia on the forehead as a brother. This wasn't in the script, but was actually a spontaneous gesture by Mark Hamill during filming. Since Carrie Fisher passed away in 2016, this ended up being one of the final scenes she and Mark shared on set, thus making it even more impactful.
I mean, what if I don't want to live the way you live?
Oh, don't be ridiculous, Andrea. Everybody wants this. Everybody wants to be us.
In The Devil Wears Prada, Meryl Streep altered Miranda's line from "Everybody wants to be me" to "Everybody wants to be us" during the film's first table read. This was a nice little moment that appealed quite a bit to the director, and even the other actors, such as Anne Hathaway. This is the reason why it made it to the final cut.
If you don't be a stranger.
In The Hunger Games, Mockingjay Part 2, the kiss between Effie and Haymitch near the end of the movie wasn't in the script. Elizabeth Banks shared that she and Woody Harrelson came up with the idea themselves and went for it during filming. "We just decided to do it, and the director loved it," she said. Banks continued by saying, "We also filmed a version without the kiss and let him choose in the edit, and we're so glad he kept it."
You always have to look just right. Number 3. Are you okay?
In The Princess Diaries, the scene where Mia slips on the bleachers while talking to Lily wasn't planned at all. Anne Hathaway genuinely fell during filming, and it was kept. In a TV special honoring director, Gary Marshall, as reported by Glamour, Anne remembered, "What I loved about Gary is that he embraced spontaneity. If something worked, he kept it in the film. He didn't care how or where it came from."
Bracelets? You made us bracelets?
So here's a little Celestial 101. Celestials are the most...
In 2021's Eternals, the romantic connection between Makkari and Druig wasn't part of the original script, but was actually added by writer and director Chloe Zhao. This was after her noticing the natural chemistry between Barry Keoghan and Lauren Ridloff. During a press conference, Chloe recalled that from the moment they first met, sparks were flying, and the two began improvising together effortlessly. In Mission: Impossible Fallout, the now iconic moment when Henry Cavill's character, Walker, reloads his arms during a bathroom fight scene with Ethan was actually improvised. On the Happy Sad Confused podcast, Henry explained, "I had to warm up my arms before throwing punches." He went on to say the scene was physically demanding. "We'd been filming that fight for about 3 weeks, which is a long time, especially compared to something like The Witcher, where you get a day. Anyway, it's definitely become a meme nowadays. Like, share, and subscribe if you liked this clip, and let me know what you'd like to see next. Okay then, see you soon.